Well, guys, finally did it this time. Yep, I finally killed my Windows PC for good. Not gonna mess with it no more. No, it's done. It's toast. It's out of here. Oh man! But to understand how we got here, we need to go back in time just a bit. We'll go back to the early '90s. I'll bring you in a little bit with a closer view with a couple photo shots here. And as you can see, some relics of that time, like the monitor, keyboard, and just to name a few. Yet, my two Windows computers were HPs back in the day. And then later I moved over to having a Dell computer. Oh, in fact, I still have my one before this one right here. It's still stored down here until I figure out what to do with it and erase the hard drive and do something with it. That one is a, Inspiration 3250. Yeah, remember back in the day when desktops still had CD drives on them? Yep, it still had the CD drive, and you guess what? Windows 10 operating system. Yeah. Now granted, it was sitting there unplugged ever since COVID hit back in 2020. When my wife Dorothy ended up moving in here with her laptop and stuff and started working from home, I unplugged it so she can utilize the monitors and stuff and, with her laptop, and just became her office. So that was fine. That's probably part of the problem, though, of it just sitting there for 5 years basically and not being used. Well, regardless, I still thought I was doing good, man, because, man, I got this brand new XP5 right here, man. Guess what? It has a terabyte of storage. Yeah, there's one problem with that terabyte of storage, though. That terabyte of storage was never being utilized. Everything was still always going to this little tiny tinky little C drive that was on there. Yes, it did have a terabyte of storage, but the way it was configured is everything needed to be on the operating system for it to work correctly. And I very quickly ran into that issue. Again, was sitting there racking my brain, how do I fix this? Finally got it back up and running, and that lasted about 3 months. Until here we are today. I'm back to running into that same issue with that little dinky C drive filling up, even though I got other files supposedly now going appropriately to other drives. Okay. My biggest problem is that I've had throughout the years, so I finally came to the conclusion that I'm not going to battle with it no more, because I kept thinking and kept thinking some more. I have never had a problem with my iPhone. I never had a problem with my iPad. My wife, she never had a problem with her iPhone, never had a problem with her iPad, but yet she had a tech person from work that she can call at any moment when she needed tech support. And you know what? She needed tech support, it seemed like, at least once a week with her laptop or something else going on with, that Windows operating system, So, yeah. And that seemed to be a common issue all the time. In fact, 9 times out of 10, it finally got to a point that's why we ended up getting a brand new PC and getting another one, because damn thing just wasn't working no more. And it was just easier to get a new one, start fresh, than it was to get some tech guy over here finally get it back up and running for us. So, I'm not fighting with it no more. I got myself a new iMac 4 coming. So I'm going to rip all this out, including the old Logitech speaker system. Oh, yeah, I can't get the proper drivers for it, so only half the speakers work on it too. Along with the, I still have an old Radio Shack AM FM little radio there, but I just tried it here recently. I haven't used it for a long time. It don't work no more either. So yeah, it's going. It's toast too. The only thing I might keep is, for right now, I don't use it. I might keep this dinosaur right here going. Well, I'll figure out later if I can get it up and running and hook it up. But man, ain't that thing a dinosaur, man? Yeah, so it's all coming out. Yeah, but I probably should have done this last year. Instead of getting this, I probably should have just gone with the iMac originally. That's what I'm really thinking, because that way I won't have constantly be jumping over these damn hoops to try to get, you know, Windows and Mac operating system to communicate properly and talk to each other correctly, because that's where I'm having the problems. Every time I come in here and sit down and want to start utilizing, putting together a video and putting together some photos, that's where I have the issue with. So let's get started and start taking all this out. Okay, well, I wrote down everything I can think of. Now she's shutting down. Now we can go ahead and start pulling it apart. I almost started pulling it apart before I double checked passwords and what have you. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I got everything cleaned up. Now I'm just waiting for the FedEx truck to show up so I can go ahead and start putting it together. A big difference. Now, of course, all those cables right there is still part of the security system, but Man, I tell you what, look at the difference. That was getting rid of basically 20 years of having PC computers, Windows computers, and over the years I would update this or pull this out, but I'd always just do the easy, lazy way and just throw the cable down there and unplug something, and then plug in the new item. So I had I had cables. Oh my gosh. Yep. I had power outlets, actually, power adapters that were plugged in down there that were actually going to nothing. And the turtles. Got Gopher doing what he likes to do, which is down there hiding. That's why he was called Gopher. But yeah. Yep, now we're just waiting. I purposely wanted to go ahead and bring out the my iPhone, because that's where I've been having an issue, is when I go back and forth between my Insta360 here and utilize my iPhone and try to put all of these together along with photographs. That's where I end up having an issue with putting it on the video editor. So Sandy girl, you just chilling? Yeah. Yep, we just waiting, huh? Are we just waiting? Yep, we're just waiting. Man, check this out. A couple days later, we finally got her all figured out, I believe. Yep, now I can come in here and sit down and actually start up a chat with you all more often, perhaps, without having to go and set up the 360 if I don't want to in the other room. You know, yeah, maybe, just maybe. And chit chat with you guys. Yep. And what it's like to start completely over at 60. Cover more topics that, you know, about the fact of being widowed, retired, no friends, no family communication. Yep, just me and the girls here. Well, the girls are somewhere. Hello? They'll come in later, maybe. Oh, and of course, Amber back here, and Gopher. See, Gopher's always back here underneath. Oh, yeah. That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, I got the 360 hooked up right here. Yeah, and I really don't need to drag that out no more because, man, I can get up just like I think that's the coolest thing, man. Being able to have a webcam that actually works in the studio. Isn't that cool? I think that's one of the coolest things ever, man. I didn't even have that on the other PC at all, man. No. No. Man, I should have done this a long time ago. I really should have. Flip where we're at here. Losing my train of thought again. Yep, but I don't have to set up anything now if I don't want to. I can just come in here and sit down with y'all and start chatting up a storm. Don't have to worry about the computer not communicating because they all talk the same language, man. Yep, I got my iPad right here. My iPhone right here and my iMac all talk the same language, unlike the PC. That was part of the problem is, you know, the PC, it wanted to go ahead and always upload everything, or everything had to be put into the down box, is what they called it, and they had to upload it to its own separate cloud. So I had two cloud accounts. I had the one for the PC, and then I had the iCloud account. So I was paying for both of those. And then, of course, the Windows computer, well, they wanted me to sign up for a service plan so that make everything work and be able to do any troubleshooting. Well, you see how that worked. Yeah. Just paying all this extra money to Microsoft, you know, and it's still always having problems, man. Always. But, oh. Man, yeah. I even got this dinosaur of a printer over here. Take a look at this. I got that dinosaur of a printer over here to even work. I tell you what. I was having a problem with that last year when I got it to try to hook it up and get it to work. It had a service plan on there with the printer cartridges. And I was getting charged $10 a month. Yeah. Regardless if I needed new printer cartridges or not. But that was just how much it was to have the continual plan. Oh, I finally figured out the hard way how to go ahead and get around all that is I had to actually go to Best Buy, and I had to go ahead and actually purchase cartridges from off the shelf at Best Buy, put those in and disable that subscription service, and then of course call customer no support to, you know, continuously get out there to try to remove that charge. All that was all last year. Oh, what another freaking pain in the butt. I was getting ready to throw that damn thing, away too, and just go back, you know, buy a simple little printer, but I never did. Glad I didn't, because that one's a lot better, reliable, once I got it to working correctly like I should. Oh, oh we're jibber jabbering too much about stupid printer. Who cares about the goddamn freaking printer, right? Where was I? Oh. Oh. So I just have one continuous recording now going. Normally I would hit stop. I guess I'll figure that part out. Where were we? Yeah, but I got that dinosaur thing to work. Oh yeah. Oh, but here's the best part. Yeah, the best part, man. Let me see. See if I can go ahead and do this. Where we want to go to, let's see, Finder. Wonder if that's gonna, oh, I see everything I can do too. I think I can do that. Can I do that? Oh no, because I'm on Finder right now. I still have to figure this part out. Yeah, just get rid of that. But anyhow, here's the best part. Check out the screenshot here. Check that out, man. One hard drive. Unlike that PC that had 3 different drives, that was all part of the problem too. That first drive was the C drive, but everything was going to it, which, got loaded up real quick. Oh, so got one drive, 1 terabyte. And so I shouldn't have any problem with that. Yep, I should have done this a long time ago. Should have done this last year when I got the new PC. But I guess we learn the hard way, don't we? The biggest lessons in life always end up costing us the most money. What's up with that, man? Now, what are your thoughts? Now granted, I might have a different say-so come at the end of the year, but something tells me if the history of my iPad or the iPhone over here play off along with my iMac here, I don't think I'll have any problems. I think I finally solved the problem. Thanks, guys. Oh, wait. Dory girl, what you doing? Maybe we can get her to come. Dory, what you doing? We're getting ready to say goodbye. Yeah, where's your sister at? Huh? Where's your sister at? Thanks, guys. We'll see everybody on the next side road. Yeah. Yeah, and we can do more recordings now this way. Yeah. All right. Let's see. How do we turn this off? Go over here and hit that button right there. Yep, there we go. Right there.